Alright, so today I want to talk about what caught my eye at the PlayStation State of Play, and I want to firstly start with the two God of War announcements. I did see all the rumours over the past year or so that we were going to see a God of War trilogy remake, and I'll be honest, I wasn't sure we'd see it today. It was cool to see them bring back the original voice actor, and it was nice to see him be the one to announce the remakes. They didn't show any gameplay, but it'll be interesting to see if they change the way the games play to modernise the way they feel, and if they do that I hope they still manage to keep the soul of the original games there. One thing to keep in mind with this announcement though is that the game is still in what it seems like really early development, and they're just telling us that they've started working on it, so I wouldn't really expect to see it anytime soon, which I guess sucks, but as long as they are faithful to the original games, I'll be super happy with these ones. Funnily enough, I'm currently working on doing a God of War Ragnarok look back type of video soon, so the timing of this announcement was perfect for me. Keep your eyes on the channel for that because you can expect to see that video soon. So not only that, we also got an announcement for a brand new 2D God of War game that is a sequel to the original trilogy, where you follow Kratos and his brother Deimos during their days training as a Spartan, and I'm really interested in checking this one out. I'm not really the biggest fan of these 2D games. I did like the recent Prince of Persia The Lost Crown game, but I'm going to check this one out for the story of it alone. And believe it or not, with the announcement of this, they've also shadow dropped the game, so you can get your hands on it right now on a PS5. And I also believe it's not that expensive either, so it'll definitely be worth checking out. Next up, believe it or not, is John Wick. This one shocked me as I never expected this game to ever exist. I didn't think I needed this, but it looks really cool. You play as what I assume is a younger John Wick after seeing Keanu Reeves looking younger in the trailer, and the short bit of actual gameplay we see at the end of the trailer actually looked pretty good. They have to make the combat nice and smooth in this game for it to work, and if they can, this game will be super fun and could set up future projects, and to me that's just exciting to see. Just picture the amount of endless possibilities we would have in a John Wick universe of games. If they're anything like the movies, these could be really cool. Now one quick one I'd like to mention is Kena Scars of Cosmora. This is a sequel to Kena Bridge of Spirits, and the reason I want to say anything about this one is the fact that I honestly didn't think we'd see another game in this series. I feel like a lot of people online when the first game came out gave the game some really poor flack, and then you also see the side that really liked the first game, so this one was a surprise to me, and I'm happy that fans of the series will get to see more of this beautiful world that they've created. So now we go on to one that's really weird and really cool. It's called Project Windless, and just look at this crazy trailer. This game reminds me of Black Myth Wukong, but chicken. This game is really unique looking, and if it's as cool as it looks, could be a fun game to mess around with. The game is an open world RPG, which sounds crazy for a game like this, but like I said, it looks really unique, and it's good to see we're getting games like this. The gaming industry needs fresh ideas, and what better to play as a giant chicken with swords. The game is also based on a book called The Birds That Drink Tears. I'm not a book reader, but I'm assuming people may know what this book is. And most games that come from books seem to be good games, so I'm keen to see how this one goes. Another thing I want to give a quick mention to is Marathon, because I'm planning on doing a review as soon as it comes out. I wasn't excited for Marathon until Arc Raiders came out and introduced me to extraction shooters, and after seeing the improvements to Marathon, I'm really keen to see how this one turns out, and see if it can push itself into the mainstream like Arc Raiders did and hold a player base. The new trailer they put out today was really good and almost felt like a story mode, which made me feel a little depressed because this game could have been a really good story if they went that route. Time will tell if Marathons ends up being a good game though. Another one that I thought was just awesome was a game called Darwin's Paradox. This one you play as an octopus, and yes, you heard that right. This one really threw me off guard with its trailer, starting with a flag of Metal Gear Solid. But this game almost reminded me of Octodad at first. This game just looks really fun and is apparently going to have a Metal Gear level, which is pretty cool if you ask me. This game is definitely unique and looks like it'll be a fun game to play when you just want to sit down and relax and not take something too serious. I'm just really happy we're still seeing these type of games in 2026 because they're honestly becoming far less common. Another thing is I can't believe this game is coming from Konami out of all places. This one is just refreshing. And finally for me is Control Resonant. This game looks like nothing Remedy has ever done before while being distinctly Remedy. I love all the weird and wacky stuff they do, and I'm happy to see they're still sticking to what works for them. The combat looks really good here as well, especially for developers who aren't known for this type of combat. If I had one little nitpick though, it would be that the combat camera seems to be really zoomed out, so I hope that there's an option to change that during the game. But other than that, this game looks amazing. All the crazy Remedy stuff is still here, and this is still so clearly in the universe that they've built. I hope this one turns out amazing and just as crazy as the last Alan Wake game was, and if it does, we're in for a treat. Now personally for me, I was really hoping to see some Wolverine gameplay shown off at this state of play, seeing as it seems like that game will come out pretty soon, if Insomniac's track record of releases still stands. But I guess we'll have to see that later in the year. Still, even with all that, this was still the best state of play I've seen from Sony for a very long time, and it might have even been my favourite state of play ever, if I'm going to be honest with you. But now I want to hear your guys' thoughts on today's state of play. Is there anything that caught your eye, and is there anything that you were disappointed about? Let me know in the comments below. Let's have a discussion about all of this. Like and subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll talk to you guys on the next video.